Hey guys, welcome back, welcome to whatever stage you're on of my videos. Really appreciate you being here. So today I do this makeup look and it's using all of my old makeup. Not old as in expired, maybe some of it is, but old as in I haven't touched it in a very long time. So I do a bunch of different things that I haven't done in a while and I think it turned out pretty good. I'll tell you what's a hit and what is going in the trash, and yeah, so if you want to see how to get this, then just keep watching. Hey guys, I am going to dig into my old makeup and figure out if I still like these things or if I should just get rid of them. So I started reorganizing some of my stuff and I found all the stuff that I haven't used in a very long time. So we're going to see if it's worth it. So I got the sample size of this Touch in Sol No Poreblem, and I know a lot of people, this is like their holy grail. I got this in like a Ipsy bag or something. So we're just gonna pat that into our face. I also have this Prime and Fine from Catrice. I was super into it for a while, but I haven't used it in a long time, so I'm just gonna use it a tiny bit. I'm gonna double prime, just right in here. And maybe on my forehead, because I see some lines. Smush it in the lines. Okay, some foundations I haven't used in a while. This is VDL, the Maybelline Superstay, and the Revolution Conceal and Define. I think I'm going to mix them all. Why not, right? More is more. So I'm just going to dot a few spots of this on my face. And then I'm going to mix a little bit of this VDL and the Superstay, because the Superstay is a little dark for me, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, it's a little dark. And then the VDL was a little light, so hopefully this will make my two different undertones too. I'm going to zoom my face a little closer to myself. I mixed 3 foundations, so it's laying a little heavy, but it's not bad. So I got my hair done a couple weeks ago. Obviously you can tell my hair is pink. And it was like, I don't know if you can tell, like some of these little shades, they're hot pink. Like my hair was like neon pink. I'll insert a snapshot of my hair when it was freshly done. And it was a bit intense for me, but I'm really liking the fade out now. It's getting to the point I enjoy my hair a lot, and it won't last very long, which bums me out, but that's what happens when you have different colored hair. So to go with my brows, with a product that I haven't used in a long time, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. pencil brush. The small one, the Ultra Precise. And I remember liking this one, but I love my Morphe one, and that one's $5, $6. So what's the point in switching that up? This one's a little bit firmer than the Morphe, which I don't mind. I did hear a fly. So bitch. Alright, so still really like it. Glad I reused it. I'm gonna go in with my, I'll use this tiny little Benefit Gimme Brow. I have a clear one and I have a light brown one. Yeah, I'm gonna use the clear one, which I think is clear. Maybe it's light brown. Who knows? I don't really know these days. Maybe it just looks light brown because it's picked up product from my brows before. I need to trim these guys. Getting a little long. Unruly. Okay, so I let my foundation dry a tiny bit. I'm going to go in with some concealer. So I'm going to use this NYX HD Studio. I haven't used that in a while. And these coverage drops from Catrice. I think these are discontinued. I'm not really sure, but I mean, they didn't really do a whole lot for me. But I'm going to go with a tiny bit of this here. And let's see where that gets us. See, I don't think it does anything. It just kind of blends away. Let's do a little bit of the drops. I'm going to put them on the back of my hand and pick them up with this little brush. Maybe it's the brush. You know, I always see these tips, like, you know, don't use a sponge for your concealer. Use a brush, use a brush, use a brush. And every time I do, I just don't like the way it blends out. It's better. I don't know if this is normal for me now, but I'm getting some really deep forehead lines. Is this 35 or is that the foundation? I'm not quite sure. Combination of both? Most likely. Should have pressed more product into those bad boys. I like some. Have you watched TikTok Tabitha Brown? Or her videos ever? You don't have to be on TikTok to see most of them. Or any of them. But I love her. She is my jam. I'm going to go with the Becca... What's this called? The weird powder. Hydra Mist powder. It's supposed to feel like cool on your skin. I don't know if it's a gimmick. It does feel cool on your skin, but I'm not sure the benefit of that. But also, I rather enjoy it. So I'm just take a little on my big fluffy brush and go here where I'm going to put powdered bronzer and do under my eyes. So I'm going to go in with some bronzer. I'm going to use this CheekLeader's thing. I've used this in a couple videos, but it's been a while since I've used it. But I haven't used Hula bronzer for a while. This is supposed to be a blush, but I use it as a bronzer also. So I'll mix these two. And then I'm going to apply just a tiny bit over here. I was watching this girl who does these awesome tips and tricks on how to change your face a little bit and whatever. She was doing an eyeshadow tip. I'll link it below, but she blows out her eyeshadow with using some of her bronzer and a brush. And it looks really nice. I've never seen that before. I'm trying not to do my entire side of my face anymore. We'll see. I just like the way it feels when I'm just going over my whole face. Ignore my hair, guys. I'm gonna do it after. And I'm gonna take a tiny bit of blush on this Shayna B brush. I'm gonna take a little bit of both the California and the Dandelion. Mix these two. I bought this palette originally for this highlight in the center because it's so pretty. But it's not a highlighter I can use very often. So I don't use it a whole lot, but I do really love this palette. Face palette. I think I've said it before how much I like these combination type palettes. I would like a company, maybe they do. Let me know if you know one. You know how you can customize like an eyeshadow palette? I'd like to do one for like a face. Like I get to pick my bronzer, my blush, my highlight, and you know, maybe some other things. I'm not sure, but I would like that. You know, or maybe like a whole travel palette. You get to pick like a little quad or maybe like 6 shadows and then a bronzer, blush, and highlight. Or even when the shadows could be a highlight, let's skip that. I don't know. I think that sounds pretty cool. What is, like I said, it's going to be fine. So I'm going to actually use the highlight that's in this palette because I haven't used it in a very long time. So I'm going to spray my face. Nice. I'm going to spray my face with my primer water mist. I haven't used this in a while and I used to love it. Alright. Let that dry. Just a little bit because I want to put my highlight on with it being a little damp. So I'm going to put some on my brush, tap off the excess, and just tap it into this tiny little bit right here. I've only used this palette once. It's the Santa Fe BH Cosmetics. I love the color story in this. It's so pretty. It's, oh, that's attached. It's so pretty, but I just don't find myself reaching for it for some reason. But today's the day. I'm gonna go in with, I'm gonna mix Adobe or whatever and Rain Show right here. Those two. I'm gonna mix those. I think the one thing I don't like about this is the shape of the pans. Oh, I didn't prime my eyes. Whatever. They're weird to get a brush in, especially like a fatter brush like this. I'm just gonna blend that line out real quick with it. Okay. It's bothering me. So I'm getting a massage today and it's more of like a redemption massage because I went to the massage place that I go to. They take my FSA, so I go there every now and then, and I was pretty sore, and you know, I've been stressed for a while, so obviously we've all been. But I decided to try someone new. I went a little high with this, by the way. You could be thinking, what are you doing? But my eyes are becoming increasingly hooded, so you don't see a whole lot of it with my eye open. There's a lot of meat up here. Oh well. So I tried someone new against my better judgment because he had the time open I wanted versus the other guy I like to go to. And I was very disappointed. Very disappointed. He was a talker, and I don't mind if I already have like an established relationship or if I start talking to you, which is hard for me to not sometimes. But this, I just wanted to go and relax. That was part of the reason I wanted to go to someone new. I didn't want to talk. And this one's drastically darker. And I learned things about him that I don't even know about some of my friends. Like, he had a previous career of, you know, for 19 years was a master electrician and, you know, like, didn't like his job and, you know, wasn't paid very well in, you know, different areas. And, like, I learned his political views. When is it appropriate to talk about political views with a stranger, for one, during a massage that you're giving? I don't know. And then he was talking about, God, what else? Oh, but the worst part was, while he's doing this talking, I'm going with a bigger brush. I'm going to go into Canyon. I'm going to Canyon. Can you see that? Is that it? Yeah, right there. When he's talking, which he's talking a lot, he talks with his hands. So that means his hands are not on my body giving me a massage, which is what I'm there for, what I'm paying for. So I'm like, dude, less talk. Get your hands on my body. I didn't say that, obviously, because I'm uncomfortable with assertiveness and boundaries. But I'm working on them. But he just kept talking. And, like, you know, when you get a massage, usually, I've gotten a lot of them. This is how they work for me. You know, what you do to one side, you do on the other, and you kind of have a pattern of how you do it. This guy had no pattern. What he did to one side, he barely did to the other. If I was lucky, he did. Also, I told him, hey, the backs of my thighs are sore, my hamstrings are really tight. You know, I'd like you to focus on that. And he's like, oh yeah, no problem. He went up it with his thumb, down it with his arm, and that was it. That was all he did. And then he did some stretching with it, which I hate stretching during massage. So I can stretch at home. I don't need your help with that. And if I do need help, I can ask my husband while I'm not half naked on a table with a stranger. I don't need that. Like, I'm trying to hold a sheet and he's trying to lift my legs and he's making smart ass jokes like, this move is called, or it's the most important one as I'm holding the sheet. It's the how I keep my job. And I'm like, yeah, I don't. And he was saying how much he loves his job and how when he went to massage school, like he retired basically 5 years ago because this job is just that amazing and he doesn't work anymore and yada yada yada. I'm gonna go in a little bit with, these are different tones. Sage, this deep shade at the end. Let's just throw a little bit of that on there. Blend them all together. But yeah, like I've had some weird ass massages in my life. I've gotten them a lot. My insurance would cover them when I worked at the public school, so I got one every other week. And I've seen a lot of massage therapists. And you really find ones that you like and ones that you don't. And some people really jive with the massage style or the stretching style. That's not for me. That's okay. But it was just very disappointing because it's not what I wanted. I'm going over this reddish shade completely with this, apparently. And it just... I did not leave feeling refreshed, relaxed, anything. So I've decided to wait a couple weeks. I'm going back today to go to somebody else, to the guy I actually like, for a redemption massage. I know he doesn't talk to me. We don't have that type of relationship, which is fine. You know, some people, like, you have friends that have different qualities, characteristics that you need at different times. At least I do. I have some friends that are really good at listening, some friends that are really good at giving advice, some friends that are just ready to empathize, some that need to make me laugh. Of course, I try to be all of those to my friends. But that's how I feel like different services are for people. You know, I have my massage. I have a couple that I just really enjoy going to. One guy I have a good relationship with where, you know, we talk most of the time. If I don't feel like talking that day, I go to somebody else. There's this one chick I see at this place, and she is a tiny little thing, but damn, she gives a great massage. Like, she really, you wouldn't think that she'd be as strong as she is. She is. She is a monster. I really enjoy her massages. She wasn't working today. So that's how that's going to look. But I'm going to go over the, this inner part, like the inner third. I'm going to go in with a shimmer. And I'm going to use this Dream shimmer. Of course, it looks a little rose goldish. I'm going to take this flat brush and try it dry. Oh man, I really like these types of shades. It's actually applying nicely. It's not overpowering, which I did not want. Maybe if I wet it, it'll be punchier. Let's do the same thing to this side and then we'll wet it. The one thing with my hair being pink, it's hard for me to like do certain looks. It clashes with my hair, but I gave up caring. And take the didn't want it to be dramatic, so I'm okay with that. Hey, okay with that. Yeah, I'll just do a tiny little this Sante. I know these are names of places, I just don't know geography very well. I've never heard of some of these. Just a tiny bit. I don't like a really drastic icy brow bone. Okay, that's how that's gonna look. Use that with hairs. Okay, and zoom me back out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a light inner, like a white light waterline. I have this from Sephora I got because it was really like pigmented, but I don't feel like it's that pigmented in my waterline. It's very hard for me to not like water things away, but this is supposed to be waterproof. And it's not to me. Alright, I'm just gonna Did I tell you what it was? It's a Sephora pencil. I kind of like it, but now my eye's watering because I essentially just drew on my eyeball. I'm going to take a little bit of this Kush Milk Mascara and this Stile Huge Extreme Lash Mascara. I don't remember this one at all. I don't know how old it is, if I've ever used it. We're just going to risk our vision for the sake. Oh, this is not bad. It's a little fluffy. Not lengthening, but definitely volumizing, which I like. Yeah, I don't know how much this is, if it's worth the price, because I feel like that a drugstore mascara can do something similar, but alright, this is the Kush Milk Mascara, and a little bit of ness to the lashes. I don't want to get too spidery though, so I gotta quit while I'm ahead. Okay, they're trying to get spidery. Quit while I'm ahead. I quit. The lower lashes, I'm gonna do my L'Oreal Voluminous Burgundy. I think it'll go well with the eye look I have going on. Okay, so I have this little box I completely forgot about for a while. It has a bunch of lips in there that I haven't used in quite some time. And I have this Ultra Blotted lip from ColourPop. I really like this formula, and I think it'll go well because it's not this dark. And I light over the dark. It's a bit purple. It's a bit cool tone, so we're gonna go over that. You know what I like about the Ultra Blotted lip is this kind of matches. That it's almost like a watercolor on your lips. Like that's not super strong. I'll go with this Bare Minerals Extra Matte. I don't know the shade. 80959. It's like a peach. A nudish peach. This is super like pudding. Gross. Let's do this. I don't hate it. Don't hate it. You know, a lot of people, they're not into matte lips, and I'm not like yes, matte, but it's, I hate lip glosses. I hate the way they feel on my face, on my lips. I hate that, like, tacky. I have some lip glosses that are so freaking pretty, and I just can't get into them. Like this one. This one is so pretty. It's the Kathleen Lights collab. This is an étoile. I took French in high school. I don't remember most of it. I know how to sing the alphabet. I'm just going on a little bit of that. Fun fact, I was at a bar in Vegas and we met some guys from Montreal and they spoke French, and in my state of mind I decided to tell them that I could sing the alphabet. So it was like I was a child performing the alphabet in a bar. Oh my god, that was so embarrassing. Okay, so this is my look. I hope that you enjoyed this video and you watch my others and you come back for my next one and we can talk about other random things. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video.